First of all, I'd like to apologize. I went hiking with my girlfriend this weekend and I burned the shit out of my nose. So kind of look like Rudolph right now. But today we're going to talk about airline stocks. I've been holding off on talking about this particular topic because I thought it's a little bit on the nose. But I've got a lot of friends asking me, is it now the time to buy, sell, or hold? Because a lot of shit's happening these days, right? I think this is a great time to talk about it so that they can stop harassing me in person. I just fill them a YouTube link, get some additional subscribers. Everybody wins. So in this video, I'm going to talk about some entertaining stuff. I'm going to scare the shit out of you first, and then I'm going to talk about some speculations that are worth eyeballing, and then we're going to focus and finish on what I will personally invest in at this time. In fact, I'm pretty excited about it because I am personally invested in it right now. If this is the type of content you're looking for, please hit the like button and let's get started. First of all, I want to make sure we're on the same page, so I'm going to highlight the obvious. Airline industries, they're always going to be there. The remote working lifestyle is going to change a lot of things, but people will travel for leisure, people will travel for work. That's just going to happen one way or another, either through better health protocols or vaccines. That being said, Buffett selling all of his airline stocks speak volume. He said there are just too many planes. Now, when I heard that, my first thought is, does he mean figuratively or literally? Because I actually think it's both. I just didn't think about it until he highlighted it. I think there are some inefficiencies in this giant behemoth of an industry because of legacy reasons, because of competition, and now is actually the best time for adjustments. So let's talk about the airline side first. You've got more than a handful of companies who operate commercial airlines, right? Just for two examples, to give you kind of like a benchmark, you have United, who has about 800 planes in their fleet, last I searched, and then you have the German behemoth, Lufthansa, who has about half as many planes. The interesting thing to me is that, at least from my Googling of Statista and United's own website, they fly about the same number of flights every single month, every single year. Why does Lufthansa operate less flights? If you know the answer, please leave a comment, but I feel like that in itself seems like there's some inefficiency. The next red flag I want to highlight is using United as an indicator again. United just reported that they lost $2 billion in the first quarter because of COVID. And the COVID lockdown wasn't even the entire quarter. So you can only imagine how much damage it's going to do next quarter and how much damage it's going to do for every airline that's basically semi-locked down right now, right? Forget about looking at airline capacity and how many flights are going on. That statistic alone should be giving you enough warning to stay the F away. People only are traveling when they have to right now during the lockdown, only essentials. And if one of the major airlines that represents the United States airline industry is suffering this much, then you should avoid all of them completely at this time. More than one CEO has pointed out that there is going to be bankruptcy in the airline industry. I think what's going to be interesting, though, is that whoever's left is going to have one less competition, if not multiple. They're going to get those share of pie, and perhaps their stock value is going to go up. Now, my current recommendation is to avoid airlines from the commercial side altogether because I think it's way too risky. That being said, I think Southwest has the most sound and textbook way of running a business. They have more cash on hand than most airlines, and I think they're in a perfect position to absorb some of the smaller airlines that I would think will suffer greatly during this time. Just like SMBs are going to suffer greatly, these small airlines are going to suffer, and these bigger airlines who have been running their business more prudently will be able to absorb them. The second interesting thing that I want to point out about this is the economy of scale. So if there are fewer competitions in the market, then the bigger player will be able to exercise economy of scale and perhaps operate more efficiently with fewer planes. And so that means fewer planes ordered, and therefore I think the aerospace industry, the ones that are building the plane, will perhaps get a domino effect and suffer as well. So that means that personally, I would not invest in the aerospace commercial side of industry either because, for example, Boeing, I think 80% of their business is government, but 20% is still billions of dollars. And that, optics wise, if they lose contracts, is really, really bad. And we're talking about making money here, right? We're not talking about holding a stock for like after recession to make money. That's bullshit. There's money to be made, and you don't want to lose your opportunity cost. And so that is an example why I wouldn't invest in Boeing. Also, another example is that 737 shit show. I mean, I can spend 10 minutes just talking about that shit show, right? So I would avoid Boeing altogether. Airbus is a lot more interesting stock to me because they also do government contracts all around the world, so they're relatively safe. And at the same time, you actually can find news that are saying airlines are ordering Airbuses instead of Boeing because of this optics issue. So Airbus is a better bet if you want to make a more long-term bet around this space. The bet that I recommend wholeheartedly, though, would be aerospace stocks that only deal with government contracts. And here is the fat, juicy recommendation that I'm actually super excited. I wish I found out sooner. That is Lockheed Martin. They basically do completely governmental contracts. They are proven year after year. If you just hit max on their stock chart, oh my God, the chart is beautiful. It is gorgeous. And especially during financial unrest and global unrest that we now see, they're not going to cut war budget. So this stock, best case scenario, you're going to make 15% gain short term, 3 to 6 months. Long term scenario, I think you can make a killing off of this stock. The reason why I say there's a short term play here is because current stock value is still almost 15% lower than pre-COVID in February. Their business has been running. They're probably running more efficiently during this COVID situation than most companies. I mean, if you think I'm wrong, please leave a comment and let me know. But I think that their business has been running just dandy because they're working with the government. This is essential, right? This is absolutely essential work. I think that this business is recession resistant. And if you look at the historical charts, it basically proves that fact. I think that this stock is the next safe winner here. So if you're interested, please do your own due diligence. And if you're actually interested in me doing a whole video on this, I'm totally down too. So just let me know. But my pick of this week will be Lockheed Martin. I hope you found this content useful. Please let me know what your thoughts are. Thanks for watching, and I hope to work with you next time.